So today, guys, we're going to be making a Christmas truck. We're going to be doing the tutorial for it. I'm really excited about this tutorial. Everyone that has seen this truck has really loved it. So this is my Christmas truck. It took me about 2 days to conceptualize and actually put everything together. I am going to have a list of everything you need, including the number of tints that you will need to dye everything, listed in the comments or the description of the video, whatever would be easier for me to put in at the time. This whole entire plot is for a contest that is being hosted by Maze the Moose. If you are not following Maze, please go do yourself a huge favor and go follow them, because they are an incredible creator. They are a Palia partner, and it is one of the safest places on Twitch. We're gonna start with our wheels. So you're gonna need 4 red presents. Put this on the very corner of your shelf. I use the industrial shelf because there's a lot more space and it's really easy to work with. So put it on the very corner, put it down to where it's like, eye level. And then you're gonna take your pot. Then you're gonna put it up here until it turns green. See the green or the yellow? Then you're gonna take this, and that one is done. And now you just need to do that 3 more times. Next up, we're going to focus on using the portholes for the wheels. Now for the wheels, once you get everything lined up, you're going to cancel place the pot out of the way. And then you're going to take your present and move it 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cancel place again. And then take your porthole. Make sure it's facing you. And you're going to put it on the very front of the present. And then you're going to move it back. And when you move it back, everything's going to snap in. It's going to push this forward so that it looks like a tire. So now you just do that 3 more times. And there we go. We have 4 wheels now. Don't be like me. I was unable to move my truck when I first put it together. So I wound up having to take it apart and put it together like 3 times until I remembered how I did it, just so I could move it. So what you're gonna do, I put down 4 of these. So 4 builder's floors. It doesn't have to be wood. You can use iron or whatever you want. Make sure they are connected. Now we're gonna start working on the bed of the truck. Using the Paltech coffee tables, you will need 4 of these. I recommend starting off in grid mode to line the first 2 tables up. And then for the next 2 that go in front of these, they will be overlapping, and if you stay in grid mode, you will not be able to overlap them. So turn your grid off by using Z and just line them up until they turn green. And there you have your bed. Now we're going to focus on the walls of the truck bed. I use the Paltech wall shelf, dyed in a classic tint. You're going to need 12 of these, and I lay down 6 at a time. You will also need the side of a house, it does not matter which kind, and a gourmet dessert bowl or the cup. Now, once you have everything set up, you're going to group select by hovering over the gourmet bowl. And then you're going to start lining these up. There's 5 to a side and then 2 for the back. And I'm going to speed through this part because it does take quite a while. But if you have any questions, please feel free to comment them below, and I will do my best to answer them for you. And there you have it. The bed of the truck is completely done now, walls and everything. Next, we're going to be working on the cab of the truck, and you will need to start off with the Paltech square side tables, also dyed in the classic tint. You're going to line the first one up with the edge of the bed of the truck, and then you will have to cancel place that out of the way to line the second one up on the right there. And you can start with the right or the left, it does not matter. Once you get them lined up, you're going to pick up the back of the truck so that it replaces them correctly and you can see if they are aligned. Now, once you have this done, we're going to work on the upper part of the cab. You need to lay out 3 wooden plank pavers, one on top of the other. You will need 4 red presents and 4 homestead wall cabinets. And you're going to start by taking 2 of the wall cabinets out of your inventory and placing them on top of the red presents. Make sure you pick a side, left or right. But they need to be aligned so they sit on the wooden pavers correctly. The first 2 you laid out are going to be the ones that are in the middle of the cab, because it does not matter where they sit at on the presents. Now for the end 2, you're going to take the first one, and I do the one on the left first. You're going to cancel place and move the present one half square to the left. Place your present down and then move it, and it should jump back. So again, same thing here with this one on the right. You're going to line it up, move it 1/2 square to the right, cancel place it, put your cabinet down, make sure the glass is facing away from you on this side, and then move it, and you should be able to just grab it. And it's okay if the present sticks out just a little bit, because the mirrors for the windows, quote unquote, are going to hide it. So now you're just going to start lining these up. They should line up almost perfectly if you use the grid. So just make sure you lay them out. You will have to cancel place the one in the middle, or one of them in the middle, to get them to line up correctly, because one of them is not going to sit there with the other one in the way. So like for this one, what I did was I put the 2 end pieces down first, and I'll turn the grid on here in a minute. And line them up just until the edge of the wooden pavers are covered. And it's okay if the wooden pavers stick out a little bit. They did on my first truck, and like I said, the mirror covers that, so it's not a big deal. So for here, I put number 3 in, and then you'll notice this one is not going to fit in there because the present is in the way, so it touches something, so you have to move the end one out of the way to put that one up there. So you just cancel place that end one by pulling something out of your inventory, and then grab the back of the truck, because that grabs everything and will snap it back into place. And there you have it. The main part of your cab is done. So next we're going to be focusing on the windows, which are made out of the Homestead wall mirrors. So you're going to start by canceling the 2 cabinets out of the way, but leave the red presents, and then you cancel the 2 middle ones out of the way, including the presents. So for these mirrors, you're going to grab the present, cancel place it one to the right, put your mirror on the furthest one to the right that it will sit, move it back, and the cabinet will snap back and the mirror will snap forward. So it hides the present. Same thing over here, cancel place 1 step to the left, put your mirror as far to the left as it will go, move it back, and then it will snap forward. And now you can grab the end of the truck and everything will snap back into place because you've canceled the cab out of the way. Now we're going to work on the front end of the truck where the engine would sit, per se. So you're going to need 3 more of the Paltech square side tables. You're going to start by placing the 2 outer ones. Make sure they are facing each other because you do not want the doors showing. Move them until they are just up against the cab of the truck. And if you take them out of grid mode by pressing Z, it will be easier to line them up. And once you get these lined up, you will have to cancel both of them out of the way to put the middle one down. So once again, cancel place, and then put the middle one down. Same thing as before, just place it in the middle, move it until it barely touches the cab. Cancel place the whole thing out of the way again to pull the other two back, and they should all be aligned. Now for this next part, you're going to take 6 wooden plank pavers again and stack them on top of one another. They don't have to be perfect, but they need to be 6 tall. We're going to be working on the rounded part of the hood of the truck. And once again, you will be using the Homestead wall cabinets. This time you will need 3. They are also easier to line up this time because there's no funny business. You only have to cancel place the one that's going to be out front, forward a little bit. So once again, lay your 3 red presents out. We're going to do the hard one first. So cancel place this one to the right. Pull your cabinet out to make sure the glass is facing to the left or towards the truck. Cancel place that just like we did before. Line that up on the very end of the wooden pavers. Now you can just place the other 2 cabinets down and line them up with the other first cabinet that you've already placed. And there you have it. You're done with the hood part of the truck. Now we need to cancel place this out of the way so that we can insert the hood of the truck. So cancel place all 3 of these side tables out of the way. You're also going to have to grab the 2 tables that hold the cab of the truck and cancel place them out of the way as well. And then you will line this up. It may take you a couple of tries. I wound up having to get on the back of the cab and kind of lining this up as far as it would go to the back, kind of get it in the center if you can. I did have to do this a couple of times. I don't show that here because it just takes up too much time. But you'll want this to be right in the center. Once you get everything lined up, just grab the back of the truck one more time using the wood floors, and then everything should pop forward. So once you have everything lined up, we're going to focus on the windshield. So the windshield is made using the industrial mirror. You're going to take a red present and put it in the middle of your shelf. Take it, turn it to the left or the right until it is sideways. Place it, cancel place it onto the ground. So just grab the present, put it on the floor, cancel place that out of the way. Put the industrial mirror on top, move the present, and the industrial mirror will jump up and it will be sideways. Now, in order to get this to be where we need it to be, we will have to sink it. And in order to do that, you'll need 1 wooden paver. Place the wooden paver on the shelf, and then grab the wooden paver, place it on the bottom using the cancel place method. Put the red present that holds the mirror on top of the wooden paver, move the wooden paver back up to the top of the shelf, and then it will sink that mirror. Now, just double check and make sure you're lined up. You don't want the mirror to stick above the cabinets at all because you want it to come right to the edge. So here you can see I'm lining it up. And in order to get this where you need it, you will need to move the cab out of the way again. So just cancel place those 2 square end tables out of the way once again. Move your mirror into place where you need it, and then grab the back of the truck using the flooring and snap everything back into place again. Here you can just see me trying to line everything up correctly so that I have less work to do when I do wind up moving this over. I try to keep it as even as possible. It may take you a couple of tries. Once you get it over there the first time, it's usually easier to line up. If you hold shift in grid mode, it will usually not move, and you can line it up a lot easier that way. Now I know for a fact it needed to be a little bit further from the edge here, so I turned grid off and I kind of moved it, but I think I moved it too far back. but I did eventually get it to work. So on this next part, we're going to be doing the front vent of the truck. So take out a red present, the large Paltech wall vent, and you're going to turn grid off and place this in the very center of the present. You can line it up with the ribbon there. It makes it a lot easier. Just make sure it's in the front. Then you're going to cancel place everything out of the way. So all of the wall cabinets and the floor cabinets. So what I did here is I placed this. I did not mean to. I meant to cancel place it, but that's okay. It was an easy fix. So just cancel place everything out of the way. And then once you get everything cancel placed, you can place this floor vent down. Right here, I fixed my error. I picked the wall cabinet back up, put it back up here because it was an easy fix, and then just cancel place the whole thing out of the way. Now, once you get everything cancel place out of the way, you can move this wall vent into place, line it up the best you can. If you need to move it around, that's not a big deal. If you're a perfectionist like me, I like everything to be super centered, so you can always cancel place everything out of the way again, move it around, grab the back of the truck, and place everything forward. Again, everything should snap back. That's the beauty of using this flooring for the base. So now what we're going to do, we're going to do the door handles. So you're going to take out your orb ornament, and you can use another ornament for this. I just like the brass look of the new orb ornaments we got this year. Take the red present, put it in the middle of your shelf, turn it until it is just one click to the right, so it's kind of crooked. Take one ornament out, place it on the wall, and then you're going to flick the ornament onto the present because it will not sit there. So what you do, how do you flick, is flicking is taking one ornament and putting it on the present till it says something is in the way. You're going to press the left mouse button and the number button on whatever number inventory your ornament is in, and that will flick the ornament from your inventory into its place and put the original one back where you first put it. Now for the second one, you will have to pick the first ornament up, put it back into your inventory. Once again, turn the present all the way and then one more. Take the first ornament and use it as your flicking obstacle. So put it on the present very edge, grid off, and then the number pad, whatever number your ornament is in, mine is in 1 here. Take that and hit right click and then the number 1 at the same time, and it will flick those ornaments onto the presents. So now we are going to get those ornaments put in place. So you take 3 of these wooden tree pavers. Everything's the same size right now. Usually I would use smaller ones, but since we're stuck with these, this is what we have. You take 2 stacks of 3, move the cab and everything that's in that middle section out of the way. And here, sometimes the pavers don't like to stack correctly for some reason, so sometimes you just have to restack them. It is what it is. Take them. I turned mine sideways because they were a little thinner the other way. I put them in here. I wound up having to move the actual cab piece out of the way to put the second one here, so you'll see that here. I kind of cut the video. I apologize. Put them both in here, and then once you're done, grab your ornaments. I like to turn them just one to the back so it's kind of slightly off center. And then you may have to adjust this once again, just depending on where everything sits. But once again, grab the back of the truck, and there you have your doorknobs. Now we're going to do probably the hardest part, in my opinion, of this truck is the headlights. So this uses the 2 Ravenwood spotlight lamps. What you're gonna need is 2 red presents, 2 of the lamps, and then 2 walls and 1 floor piece from the builder's set. Set up just like I did here. Put 1 Ravenwood lamp on the ceiling. And here I just kind of rearranged everything to make it easier for myself, because we're going to be flicking these onto the red presents again. So you're going to put a red present onto the middle of your shelf or the corner of the shelf, whatever works best for you. Turn it upside down. Take the one that you've pulled out and put it on the very corner of the red present. Just until it snaps. Not until it says this is not valid, until it says something is in the way. And then once again, you're going to left click and pull the other lamp out of your inventory at the same time so that it flicks onto the present and is stuck there. Now again with this one, you're gonna have to put the second one back in your inventory and then use the first lamp that we just placed as the flicking obstacle. So put this up as far as it'll go. It makes it easier for me. Line this up. I use the opposite side. So for the other one, I use the right side. This one I'm using the left side. And then you're going to take it until it says something in the way. And then again, left click and then the number key that the lamp is in your inventory at the same time, and then that way it will flick. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get used to. Don't get frustrated, don't give up. I swear it's worth it. Now we need to turn these headlights so they are facing the correct way. So what you're going to do is take your rig again, a wooden plank paver, put it on the shelf, turn it 2 up, and then put the present on it until it turns green. It will catch the very edge of it in grid mode and without grid mode, so whichever is easier. So once again, you put this up there, turn it 2 up, and then just make sure it goes to the highest point. You can do this on the left or the right, whatever is more comfortable. And now you have 2 headlights. Now we need to actually put them into the truck. So you're gonna have to cancel place almost everything out of the way. So cancel place the grate out of the way, the cab part, the hood, everything out of the way, because these are going to take up some space and they do have to be angled. So I angled them 2, and the reason we did the corner pieces was so these would not be in the way. You don't want any of the lamps sticking out, so you want them as in as possible, which is why I put them on the corners of the present and not the center, because if you put them in the center, the red present will stick out. And that's not what we want, because that ruins the whole aesthetic of the truck. So here, I moved one of the coffee tables off to the left here and kind of left it where it would normally be to help me line up the headlights. And this takes some getting used to, so don't get frustrated with yourself. It does take a little bit of time. I wound up having to do this, I think, 3 times in this video, but I only have it done once here because, once again, we're not here to try to waste time. So again, here I'm just lining everything up. You might have to move the front 2 front 2 bed pieces out of the way to get this to go where you want. I did wind up having to do that, I believe, because it did need to be a little further back, if I remember correctly. So just have patience with yourself. This is a bit of a long and in-depth tutorial. If you have any questions, once again, I'm more than happy to answer them in the comments. Just let me know. I'm also on Reddit, and I will post a link to the post talking about this tutorial so that you're more than welcome to ask me questions there as well. I will post that link in the description of this video. So once again, just be patient with yourself. Line everything up the best you can, and you will be good to go. Now, in order to get the second one here, you do have to cancel place the first one out of the way. Eventually, you'll wind up with something like this. It's okay if they stick out of the front a little bit, but now we are going to work on putting the wooden fence pieces on the back of the cab. So for this, you'll be needing 2 red presents. Only the left side of the fence will sit on one. I try to put it as front forward as I can on the red present, if that makes sense, on either side. And then that way you don't see the edge of the red present like right underneath the table legs, if this is kind of far back. So you're gonna take, on the right, you're gonna take the front right one off, and on the left, you're gonna take the back left piece off. Just cancel place them out of the way. And then here, this one for some reason hated me. I'm not sure what happened here, but it did not want to go in. So I just kind of fiddled around with it and kept hitting the right mouse button until it finally placed correctly. And eventually it got in there. Sometimes it does this, sometimes it doesn't. Palia's a little glitchy. We all know how that is. And then this one went in with absolutely no problem. So just place this until it's kind of lined up with the bed walls. And then once you get this in, just grab everything. I don't know why I grabbed the front here. I know to grab the back, and then snap everything back in place. And the bed of your truck is completely done now, wood pieces included. So now we're going to focus on the wheels. This part probably took the longest, even though it is the easiest to do. So here I'm going to show you where I placed the tires to line them up and where I wanted them on the truck. And then I'm going to fast forward through this video at a 250 speed because I don't want to bore you to death. Feel free to skip past this part, but you will need to cancel place everything on the flooring pretty much out of the way. The goal here is to hide the cone part of the planter that makes up the hub of your tire so that you just have what looks like a rounded hub. And so this takes some playing around to do, and here you'll see me kind of finick with it, but just bring it up. You want, like I said, you want to hide that cone part. So I try to line that up the best I can. But like I said, the truck does kind of sit off center of the wood pieces. So you'll need to fool around with it a little bit. But I believe in you. You can do it. So see here, this got all good. And this one was a little off. So I redid it. I just needed to push that in a little more. Grabbed it. And now it's good. But here, you'll cancel place all of the cab pieces out of the way, including the headlights. You can probably leave the front part of it done, the grate part. Yeah, and so you just pull this in. You want to try to make these come in a little further than the back wheels, because in trucks, the back wheels are usually a little further spaced apart. So just pull these in, and now you're done. Now for the fun part, we are going to put the Christmas tree in the back of the truck. So I have this Christmas tree facing out, facing away from the truck because of the skirt that is on this tree. It makes it a bit of a pain to deal with if you try to put the tree facing the truck, like the point of it facing the cab. So what you're going to do is put a red present on the shelf, turn it 4 spaces, and then take the tree out, put it on the corner until it grabs it, take it off the shelf, and then move all of the bed pieces out of the way. And the cab pieces will need to be moved as well. So once we get everything moved out of the way here, you can move the tree into the cabin space. So you'll have to move just the main part of the cab. You can leave everything else in and just move this back until it, turns red, and then push it a little forward, it'll turn green. Now pick up the back of the truck to snap everything back together. And there you have it. Now the skirt will stick out a little bit. You can move this further into the cab if you'd like. Just be aware less of the tree will be showing. So it all depends on what you want. So here we're now going to sink the wood flooring into the ground so you will not see it. So I took the last piece off, and I did this by grabbing the flooring that is right under the back of the truck and separating it. And then you can pick that last piece up. So what you do, 2 wood floors, 1 wooden paver, and you're going to set that on top and cancel place it out of the way. So pull something out of your inventory, take the entire truck by picking up that back flooring that the bed of the truck is sitting on, place it on the top of the paver, grab the wooden floor piece that the paver was on, and now everything is sunk in and pretty. I wanted to have this at the same angle as my other truck, and you can hide this paver using a snowdrift or a bush, whatever aesthetic you're going for. I chose snow because I used this plot and it just made sense. And there you have it, everybody. Congratulations, pat yourself on the back. This was a very hard build. We're going to circle the truck here just so you can see how it turned out. If you want to add a plushie, or if you want to add Christmas lights to this, you don't get the lights until you are finished with the current bundle board. If you would like a tutorial on that, please let me know. I can definitely post a little short tutorial on how to add a plushie and the string lights to the truck. Once again, thank you all for watching. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comments below. And if you want more of these, please let me know as well. And thank you so much for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year.